teaching and learning was disrupted in at least 12 districts in the province. The challenges range from delays to non-delivery and in some instances, rotten food being sent to schools. Some districts are still reporting a shortage in food supply. Recently, the department appointed a single service provider to distribute food in designated pickup points across the province. Opposition parties in the province have called on the provincial government to launch a full investigation.
This was a disservice to our children, to our education. The IFP will closely monitor that what happened last week up to yesterday is not going to happen, as we have raised it even during the debate.
Now we hear the Premier say, yeah, but some of the schools did have food, but it was food that was left over. Well, I've seen photographs of some of that food, and some of that food was old and wasted. And is that how we're now going to treat our children? Give them old food? I certainly, unless the ANC can come up with a better plan and appoint competent contractors to do the feeding scheme, I don't think this problem is going to go away.
Now, we did warn the ruling party back in 2020 about the allegations that were already leveled against the awarding of the tenders for the nutrition program. At the time, it was MEC Mshengu, the Premier Sihle, and our cries did fall on deaf ears. So today it is evidence that what was leveled at that time is now bearing fruits.
Provincial authorities say the matter has been resolved.
While we apologize for those glitches that have happened, other schools in many schools, they did have food from the last term. And the schools were asked that you use the food that you have from last term. But in terms of this term, feeding areas, we have said to the department we want a full report, which will include consequences for those contractors who were not living up to the expectation.
Some municipalities and political parties have stepped in after seeing the dire need in some schools. They have called on businesses and NGOs to assist. Nonhlakani Pomakwaza, SABC News in Durban.